Yo! Whoa. Ew. 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 Nice. Yo! Now that's out of the way. This here is my CZ P-09 OR, or optics ready. Basically, there's just this plate back here that you can put an RMR or something on. And I've only actually fielded her maybe twice because I bought her with a CO2 mag and a few spare CO2 mags so I can use her as a sidearm outdoors. The thing is with going outdoors is it's a pain in the ass, and I only do it every now and then. So I got some green gas mags, and now I'm within CQB limits. Still plenty of fun to shoot. Since I already had some green gas mags in my shopping cart, I decided to buy a few more things along with it. An Ace-Tech Lighter R, and a fake Surefire X300V. It only has white, off, and strobe, good enough for CQB. Cost me like 30 bucks. One thing I noticed though is that there is no momentary on this switch here. I'm not sure if the real one has a momentary switch, but both ways are toggle. The way I hold my pistol is like this. So the finger that I want to actuate that switch with is my thumb here. Trigger finger on trigger and thumb on light. However, if I want to quick peek, light, and shoot, I now have to flick it back up with thumb. And it's kind of awkward to reach that back up. I want it to be a momentary switch, so you peek, press, and it turns off when I let go. My Fiachi here does that. Toggle, momentary, momentary. However, when I got it in the mail, this action was actually inverted, which is, well, if I press this down, it would just toggle, which led me to the same problem as this guy, where pressing the left down is a toggle. I gotta fix that somehow. Inside this cap here, we have a little disc here with some indents that press these metal contacts up and down, which complete a circuit with the batteries and fire the laser. Laser? The light. This white piece here is my own 3D print. I copied the stock one, mirrored it, and printed it back out, replaced it, and everything. And now it works the way I want it. So, Jay, why'd you get this replica in the first place? The other one worked perfectly fine, and it actuates the same way you want it. Momentary left. The holster that I got for my CZ here did not accept weapon lights, nor suppressors, so I had to get a new one. And I actually got T-Rex Arms Ragnarok for the Surefire 300 series. The light goes in here and clicks all the way down. That holds the whole gun in the holster. It's levels 1 retention, but hot damn, it'll retain that gun. I will also be replacing these base plates because let's say I slide lock and I need to quickly change magazines. So I grab one and drop him and shove this one in. Works out fine, but in a high stress situation, it's probably going to look a lot like this. And that is unacceptable to me. So I 3D printed a bunch of these base plate replacement things, and they'll just directly swap, slide right in, and it looks quite awesome. Ace-Tech Lighter R, capable of lighting green and red tracers. Not blue, unfortunately, so I can't get the full RGB, but red is good enough. On goes the suppressor. Just like that. And he is now all the way on. You might notice, though, that this logo is not very... It's not really in a very aesthetic position right now, so I kind of want him around there. But that reveals some thread, and he's loose. I could Loctite him in, but he would still break loose eventually. So my solution to that was to make another 3D print, and this guy would go on him right about there. And basically this collar here would just friction hold itself onto the barrel there. Kind of just spin him on first, get him over the O-ring, so now he has some friction to it. Now there's no weird necked down gap here between the tracer and the weapon. Looks a lot better in my opinion. With those modifications in place, this is going to be the silhouette of the final product. But I'm not a fan of shiny gun parts, so that's gotta go. Field stripper. Outer barrel, hop up, inner barrel, bucking packing assembly. I just need to punch that roll pin out and I can remove this assembly to change out the outer barrel. But I guess before I do that, let me actually grab the outer barrel I'll be replacing it with. Got this from Airsoft Extreme, shout out to them. Very reasonable pricing for this piece of metal. And none of it is orange, ooh. This guy will replace him directly. And it looks like they're the same dimensions. I wonder what color this is underneath this powder coat, because it will wear down as the slide flies back and forth over it. Whatever, as long as it's not bright brass or gold or something obnoxious like that. I'm fine with a few silverware marks on there. Impact device, and because I don't have a punch, I'm going to use this shitty T238 1.3 millimeter hex driver and punch him out. Got the pin, and this should just come right out. You'll notice I've already replaced the internal barrel here and the hop-up bucking. It used to be this. Honestly did its job very well. The gun fired very straight. I just like to waste money and buy a bunch of upgrade parts that I may or may not need. I just like to put new stuff on there. I don't know. Am I weird? Am I the only one who does this? I don't know. But yeah, that's a maple leaf something hop. I'll put it in this corner or that corner somewhere here. Maple leaf, crazy jet barrel. I'm pretty sure it's all placebo, but I believe in placebo. So yeah, that's my inner barrel setup. Let's put him inside him. Like so. There we go. Hard metal washer on the spring side. Ooh, that looks a lot better. Ah! Where's my takedown lever? Oh, it's already in the gun. That explains why there's so much tension. Ooh, look at that. It's already wearing in. Oh, that sleek, matte black powder coat. It's so beautiful. Let's put the rest of this on here. And there we have it. Tracer unit is now firmly on there. Just gotta put together again to see how it looks. I love this thing. Anyway, let's fix this guy. How can we take it apart? That looks suspicious. Okay, does this... Ooh, just comes right off. What about this guy? This... Ooh, 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 ooh. Oh, hey, look at that! It's the exact same mechanism. There we go. Oh, did I just break it? No, I didn't. There's an O-ring on there, probably to give it a little bit of resistance on the press. Okay. This is very easy to do. There are sort of high recessed bumps here and here, which hold the switch in the default off state. And then if you twist the thing to the left or right, you then get it to move like that. And that puts these contacts up against... What? Against what? Against what? What the heck? How does this thing even work, yo? How does this metal get through to here? No way! No! Okay. This is really jank. It's not how I thought this worked. That's how the Faiachi worked. This guy, this doodad in the middle here is purely there for the click feedback. What really happens is this bends, and since that is sort of angled down there, that angle pushes these pegs up, which then presses this PCB onto the batteries. What? I was actually wrong. The tabs actually press on these guys back here. They're basically really tiny switches that complete the circuit. Toggle? Momentary. Which way does this go on? This way? Does it go the other way? Alright. On to the front it goes. Nice. Let's move on to fitting the holster to hold the gun. So it needs to sit there, right about there, meaning I have to heat gun these tabs to hold that suppressor in place. Okay, so got him molded to my suppressor, just like that.